Welcome and peek into Eswatini family. My name is Nombo Simtetwa and I am your host. This is our fourth episode, and today with us we have Thabang Maphanga. He is a young entrepreneur and the co-founder of a marketing company called Sonic Synergies. Just to name a few things that they specialize in, they are content strategists and graphic designers. Alongside Thabang is his interviewer, Jade Twara. So let's head back to the studio to get to know more about Thabang and his marketing company.
Hello once again, and welcome to another episode of A Peek into Eswatini. Thank you so much, Nambusi, for that wonderful intro. And today we do have Mr. Thabang in the studio with us today. Mr. Thabang, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm all good. So for the people at home seeing you for the very first time, could you please give us a brief summary of who you are and what you do?
I'd like to describe myself as a young entrepreneur, a person dedicated to bringing about change. I'm a philanthropist as well.
Oh, okay.
So, helping the youth by guiding them, teaching them the ways of what I know so far, with the wisdom that I've accumulated over the past 20 years.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's a short summary of me.
And what exactly is it that you are busy with right now?
Right now, I own a social media marketing company.
Oh, okay. What's the name?
Sonic Synergies.
Sonic Synergies.
Sonic Synergies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What inspired the name?
So we were two different brands. There was a brand called AST Media, and then there was a brand called I forget what their name was, but we collaborated. So we collaborated, hence synergy. Synergy is when two things come together and come as one.
Right.
And then Sonic is fast because we do things fast. So Sonic Synergies. Yeah.
That's a very interesting name.
Yeah.
So how long has Sonic Synergies been in operation?
Officially, 2 months.
Oh, okay.
But AST Media has been around for a year.
For
a year. So we collaborated because we had clients in Joburg, they had clients in Swaziland, and we said, why not just mix the two and see how fast we can run? So yeah.
So has marketing always been your thing, or like what sparked your passion?
As a business person, you need it. That's just, it's sales marketing that you need in a business. So I just said, I can do this for myself. Why can't I do it and get paid from other companies?
Right.
Yeah.
Get paid. So a lot of things has changed in the world in terms of marketing with the introduction of AI and whatnot. So in terms of AI, how would you describe the relationship between marketing and AI?
It's a good relationship. We use it intensely. You use the technology. I went to a seminar 2 weeks ago, and they said, look, you either get left behind with the change or you use the change for you. So technology, you either fear it or use it to your advantage. AI can take the workload of doing something for a full entire week and have it done for you in a day. So we use it to our advantage.
So as Sonic Synergies, what exactly is it that separates you from other people? And also with the coming in of like AI, how are you able to also keep that human factor into it?
Okay, so in terms of human factor, I'll start there. Like I said, we use AI as a tool. We don't use AI as a whole body of the company. So there are certain things with marketing that you need to be able to factor in the human side of a person. If I'm making a graphic, if I'm making a poster for a certain company, there's a voice that the company always speaks in, and there's the target audience that the company speaks to. So what we do is we have to use the voice of the company and what we've learned about the company and project it to the people. So we don't how do I say it? We don't use AI in a way that it's just always AI working. I hope that answers the question. I think
It does. So can you briefly explain the services that your agency does?
So we do social media marketing, content creation, website development, social media managing, events, because we're very good at events. Within our team, we have I do events myself. My other partner does festivals. So yeah, at the current moment, we're actually doing an event, a launch for a gym, the Matrix, there at Mavuso.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're the ones in charge of doing their launch. So yeah, those are the few services we can count in Sonic Synergies.
So you mentioned something about Sonic Synergies during events. What
Mm.
exactly do you do in these events?
So at the moment, we've done festivals.
Yeah.
Festivals. It's music events. So we bring artists. People come and enjoy themselves. So it's a nighttime event. It's at the moment we've had about three within our team. I'm not sure you guys are familiar with Uncle Waffles.
Yeah.
When Waffles came down, head of bringing her and collaborating the whole thing when it happened, Red Dragon. Um, there's BK. I don't know if you guys know BK with Banele.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's us. Summer Gardens. That's a festival that happens. So within our team, there's just quite a lot of event planning for nighttime events. But obviously, this extends to doing it for corporates as well, because an event is almost structured in the same kind of way.
Yeah.
Hence why now we said, okay, let's branch out now. Let's try and do it for other people besides doing it for ourselves. So um, the event managing of Matrix Gym being on us is because we know that, okay, these are the certain aspects that you need to have within an event itself. So now we're hosting it for corporates. If now, let's say a corporate company says, hey, we need to host a conference for this and this and this, we say, okay, we're gonna do a consultation for you. We're gonna come in and see, okay, what do you guys need? What can we do for you? And then we do the whole thing on your behalf. Yeah.
That's very nice. So, having been in the industry for quite some time, what are some of the biggest challenges that you see businesses face in today's competition, and how does your agency help with that?
Businesses face a lack of creativity. That's it. As a business owner, we actually had a client the last week who was like, "Look, they're running a big company, a very big company, but he was like, I have to wear the hat of being the social media marketing person, right?" And he was like, "It's difficult. I don't know what I'm doing half of the time." So they don't see the aspect of marketing on social media as something that can bring them a lot of businesses. Hence why we then come in and actually show them the gap and say, guys, look, if you guys were doing this, your business would earn more customers in this way, because sales comes through from marketing as well. In such a digital world, I'm sitting on a couch. In fact, actually, one of our clients now is a furniture shop. I'm sitting here at home. I want new I want a new bed.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out there to go and find a bed and go and run around shops. I want to go on my phone and say, Ish, this guys look like they're legit and they could be doing something for me. Um, so they're just facing that lack of creativity and understanding that, if you do this thing properly, this is how you'll be able to get sales.
Okay. So, speaking of the lack of creativity, what advice would you give to these businesses?
Higher Sonic Synergies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very. That's very. So, Sonic Synergies is a marketing agency, right? And businesses out there are always looking for agencies. What sets you apart? Like when they are looking for an agency, why should they hire you guys?
We're young, which means that we're able to adapt. We don't have the same thinking as I don't want to say older people. I want to say I want to say we're able to look outside of the box. There's no box as of yet, because once you do something for so long, you end up having saying a concept of you just mirror into another company. But for us, everything comes in at a place where we sit down and we actually say, okay, if we can't go under, let's go over. If you can't go over, let's go through the side. So for us, we really we tweak everything and say, how do we meet the target audience in this way? What can we do to actually get more people to be hyped up about the certain company? We it's a matter of creativity among us, and we rerun with the speed in what we do, but we also are very diligent in the work that we do as well. So I think that sets us apart. Yeah.
So marketing is generally like an ever-changing industry. So as it is an ever-changing industry, what are some key trends that you see shaping the future of marketing?
Um, please repeat your question.
Oh. My question is, what are some key trends that you see shaping the future of marketing?
Okay, so when you talk in terms of trends, there's stuff that's always changing. Trends. There's different TikTok dances every day. There's different songs that are playing. But if you stick, there's a certain formula you can use and exploring different avenues for it. So, like I did say, we're young enough to explore and adapt. So there's no one thing that I can say is gonna change. It's just up to us adapting to that trend and saying, okay, maybe we can use that in this specific industry, for this specific company. Um, AI has obviously changed everything. AI has made it easier for us to actually do this thing. So that's something that I think changes it levels the playing field for a lot of people. Um, yeah.
That's very interesting. And one of my final questions is, how can viewers identify the right marketing agency for their specific needs? What is the one thing they need to look for?
Okay, well, it depends on how big your company is and how far you want to go. There's some marketing agencies that are there for small businesses. There are some that are there for big businesses, and I think it's up to how the company presents themselves. And I'll give you for an example. There's a certain company here in the country that does big businesses alone. For you to be even in there, they look at your business, and they
Right.
say, okay, how are we going to market for this company? Because they can't do small businesses need a lot of attention. They need a lot of attention. Big businesses just need brand awareness. They're not looking at sales every day. They're getting sales from somewhere else. So hence why I'm saying you look at the way that the marketing that agency presents itself, because there's some agencies that aren't presenting itself for small businesses. They're actually saying, guys, we're just here for the big businesses alone,
Right.
because those guys, they don't need as much work. They just need you to have a consistent formula. Small businesses need different ideas. You need to have a very creative team behind them, you know. So I think that's where Sonic Synergies comes in, because within our team as well, the small business owners, they know exactly how to do things. They know that you need to adapt. You Within a week, you can't just say we're going to run off of one campaign and say within this 1 month we're going to just drop, this is the campaign, we're going to be doing this. No, you need to come up with specials consistently. You need to have stuff that attracts people
Right.
consistently, because one of the people that's in our team is a business owner herself. She owns salons, and she's constantly coming up with new ideas. It's a matter of, I can't just do one thing
Right.
for a month and think that's gonna work. Every week, even that's why, even with events, within 2 days you can change your whole marketing strategy, because you're like, yo, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
You need something else. You need to adapt constantly. So it's a matter of having a strong creative team and seeing, okay, are these guys gonna run for me? I hope that answers your question.
Yeah,
I know I
it
went a long way around, but
no, it does. It
uh,
actually helped that you expanded,
mm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, keeping up with the trends. I mean, you can run around and try and keep up with the trends, but if you can just, it's a matter of sitting down and planning. We sit down and plan. Every Sunday, the team knows, okay, this is the week we're going to be doing this. This is like,
Right.
yesterday, we were like, okay, we did a 4 week plan for one company. We did a 4 week plan and said, this is how we're going to strategize for them. And the only thing, like I'm saying to you, is a matter of adapting. So if we say, this is our plan, we say, okay, maybe this could work better within the plan itself. So we don't just change everything, haphazardly. We just
Okay.
say, okay, let's see, maybe we can take this and just put this here, and it's gonna work better for this company as well. Yeah.
Okay. So where can viewers find out more about your marketing agencies?
So on Instagram was Sonic Synergies. I think I'm pronouncing it. I don't know if there's an SZ, but if there is, it's there. And then on WhatsApp, you can contact us on 7958 3619. And then our website is still currently being done. You know, it must be done to tip tops. So yeah, that's about it. We don't have Facebook, not yet. We want to do that right. So yeah, but on Instagram we're definitely there.
That's very nice. So knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently at the beginning of Synergy?
No, I don't think so. It's an everlasting process. I'm always learning, and yeah, I'm consistently always learning. The only thing that I did, which was great, was just starting. So I have to make the mistakes. There's no business that you start and there's no mistakes.
Right.
The only way to know these things is to actually be in the business and learn. So if someone tells you, no, just know that businesses you learn through the mistakes.
Right. Learn through the mistakes. Okay. So any final words before we end?
Advice to the people.
Yeah.
I mean, my advice is just start. So advice to the youth. Okay, I'll give you an example with me. Before I started doing businesses, before I started being in the rooms that I can get into now, I was always scared to start whatever idea. Ideas flash through your mind like this. And I started my journey. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's my first book that I ever read. I never used to read books, but I was like, I went through a heartbreak and I was like, I'm reading a book. I'm reading a heartbreak. Yeah, I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. So within that book, one thing I got, sometimes you can read an entire book and just get one thing. It was ideas aren't just there for fun. Someone is giving them to you. Whatever you believe in, I believe in God. God is giving it to you and is saying, okay, this is for you. I want you to do this for me or the kingdom, extend the kingdom with this certain way that you must do it. So you need to trust that you have whatever it takes in you. He's given you something because he knows you can actually be able to do it. He won't give you something that you can't handle. And that idea, it's just a matter of you just start. There's so many things I've done. I just said, hey, I'm doing it. And a month later, it turned out to be like, oh, it's actually here. You start out in whatever form, your one camera. If you want to do podcast, start out with your one iPhone and say, you never know what it turns into. But the only thing you can do is literally just starting. Like that's one of my pieces of advice is just whatever you have in your head, just do it. It takes
Just
courage.
do it and do it scared.
Yeah, do it scared. Have fear. Know you might fail. That's one thing. I think I came to realize that's like my mom gave me advice. Said you'll fail and fail and fail, but you'll get there in the end. And me knowing that I'll fail, I try and prevent not failing, which is why I succeed. But just know that just start, and nobody cares.
Right, nobody cares. Right, nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for honoring our invite. And that's all we have for you guys today. And back to Nombusi.
Thank you so much, Thabang, for coming in and sharing with us your expertise of marketing. Guys, if anyone is interested in a marketing company, Sonic Synergy is your plug. Check them out on their Instagram page called Sonic Synergies. For our first-time viewers, please do hit the subscribe button, like and comment. Also, like us on Facebook and Instagram. This is me signing out till we meet again. Bye.